who is the best Silly Six Pin, in my opinion, which is the right one, and who is the worst? Just how many tiers can you add to a tier list before it becomes too much? It's never too much. Just gonna let you know right off the bat. Today, the voice of Blue, Green, and Yellow explains his tier list picks. So let's get right into it. Hello everyone, I am the voice of Green, Blue, and Yellow, and today I'm going to be ranking all of the Silly Six Pin characters in the videos so far. So, starting off with Red, I'm going to put him as a C tier character. Not bad, he just didn't really have a lot going for him, so putting him as C. Next up, Orange. He's kind of a nerd. He's totally a nerd. He's really annoying. He always wants to be right. That's what I'm trying to say. He does make some cool contraptions in the first couple of videos and in the space one. He does a good job with the announcement in the election or the debate video. That was really fun to watch him do that. And he is a more dynamic character. He has more interactions, I feel, with some of the other characters. So he's not like that bad of a character. So I think I'm gonna put him as a B character. Better than Red, but still not great. Yellow. Yellow's a tough one because I voiced Yellow! It's painful. It's painful for me. It's painful for the audience. No one really likes to hear Yellow. I don't like doing Yellow anymore. It was okay when I was like, my voice was a little less deep as it is now. But he's a good character. He is very inspiring. He's a good attitude at all times. He tries to motivate the other pins to do good and just be friends. He tries to keep them together, which I like. I appreciate that. But the voice, man, that's gonna make him a D character. I'm sorry. I voice him. He's my least favorite of the three to voice, and probably my least favorite pin overall of the six, even though I really like him. I like him as a character. His voice is just too annoying to overlook. Actually, now that I think about that, in the space video, he had the cool voice, and that was fun to do. So just for the space one, and the fact that he said bubbles a bunch, I'm gonna put him as C. That makes me feel better. Okay, Green.
Oh, hello guys, my name is Green, and I am going to do some ranking the characters. I think I deserve to be S tier!
And I agree with Green, actually. I think everything about the character is fun. He's fun to voice. He's fun to listen to. Whenever I say a bunch of stuff, I just keep on rambling on, and some of that makes it into the final video, some of it doesn't. A lot of the stuff is pretty funny that, you know, when I get into that mood, when I start talking like Green, it just, stuff happens. Comedy, you know how it is. He's just a great character. He has a lot of different personas, different outfits he wears. He got like the pirate thing going on. He has the cop show, like that thing. It's pretty cool. It was at the end of the pirate special, the pirate compilation video. He had like the cop show with Duck. That was pretty funny. He also won the election, so he was the president. He probably still is the president, as the re-election is still in the process. It's still in the works. But yeah, he's a good character. He has like he's all the best lines. I'll just keep on rambling on about Green, but we gotta keep going. Next up, we have Blue. He's a bit of a wild card because he's pretty dumb, but he's also kind of lovable. Yeah, like you gotta love him. He's funny. He's fun to voice. Hi guys, my name is Blue. Gonna have to like contort your face to do that voice for me. It's weird. But I think, here's my theory. I think he's secretly the smartest one of the bunch, and he just doesn't want to like show off. That's what I think. He's really smart, but he struggles to show it, you know? He's one of those hidden geniuses. That's what I think. Good character. I really like him. I think he's an A character. Good overall. Next up, Purple. Purple, he's a drama queen. He talks about selfies and stuff. He's very conscious of his appearance. He is good at advertising. I like his promotional material in the election, his campaign. That was really good. My nitpick about that is that I don't know if you guys have heard the other guy. He talks in a lot of videos, but it's basically just his voice. Like, let's be real. Purple is just like a slightly higher pitched version of his voice. He doesn't change it, which I guess, to be fair, Blue is just my voice, but with like a lisp. Hi, this is just my voice with a lisp. But like, he's just kind of like Red, he's just another side character. But he does have more interesting interactions with like Orange. He has like the whole rivalry going on with him. And like, he's just a better character, I feel, than Red, more complete. So for that reason, I'm putting him as a B tier. The Tertiaries. What can I say about the Tertiaries? I don't even know where to begin. So, there's 6 of them. It's very similar to the original cast. Indigo, you know, he had a cool story thing. He had a cool story beat going on for him. He was the rogue pin. He got trapped in the contraption. He had the whole emotional scene with the 6 pins in the 6-pin 4, I believe. And, you know, it was good. He's a good character. I think he was definitely the best tertiary by far. And that is why I am going to put him in the F tier. Now, let me explain myself. He's the best tertiary, but the tertiaries are bad, just fundamentally flawed in every aspect. Whenever we filmed with them, they're made using like little bowling pins, and we just painted them. The problem with that is whenever they got hit by anything, I mean anything, the paint chipped. So there'd be so many little white speckled dots. It looks like they're like covered in spots, but it's really just the paint chipping off. All that is just, it's such a hassle because we had to turn them painstakingly whenever they were in frame because we didn't want to like go repaint them. It took forever to dry and paint, and it was just a nightmare with all those. Another thing, the tertiaries, I don't know any of their names. Indigo, I know. I think this is like teal. I think I looked them up. We got vermilion, amber, chartreuse, teal, indigo, and magenta. I would never have known that if not for looking that up in our video. I mean, I guess it's like the color wheel, like the primaries, secondaries, and tertiaries. That's the 3rd batch. It's like the mixing of 2 of the primary, secondary colors. Anyhow, a decent character, but F. And you may ask me, well, if he's the best character, then why are you putting him in the F tier? It's a very good question. That is because I am putting the other 4 in the Z tier. That's right, I am dropping them below. They do not deserve to be in the top 6 tier list. I am adding another tier Z. We're skipping all of the alphabet. If you can have an S in the first place, I can have a Z in the last place. F for fail? No, they did worse than fail. They got a Z. That is like, I don't know, 20 letters worse than F. The only saving grace for magenta here is he has that like super deep voice, and it's just such a weird contrast for the other ones, and for that reason he's gonna be bumped up to an F tier with indigo. Okay, I feel like a mistake was made here. I feel a little bit bad about putting these guys in this position, and because of that I think we need to change this from a Z to a Z minus, lowercase. No caps. No, they're just not worthy. They're not worthy of anything that is good. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Okay, next up, Duck. Duck is, you don't even say anything. S tier, top tier character, one of the best later additions to the cast. He's super fun. He quacks. He has the good, like, he's the real treasure in the pirate treasure. No one really likes the gold and whatever. No, the duck. He also, he had a funny moment in Green's campaign, the feed my starving ducks. I think that was pretty good gag. And he was also on a cop show with Green. I kind of think at some point we should make a episode of that, an official one, and get like the music and all like the cheesy stuff in the cop show, like a 90s 80s cop show. I don't know. Anyhow, Duck, solid character, top tier. Let's move on. Next one, the sea monster slash Godzilla. I said he was a pretty scary antagonist, like 4 of the pins to deal with. He had all like the arms. He like incapacitated the ship. I really like the scene in Pirate Journey where they got ambushed by him and all the arms, all the moving parts. That was a nightmare of a scene to film, but it turned out really good, and for that reason I think I'm gonna put him in A tier. Like he's a really cool thing. He shows up in 2 of the episodes and he's like, I don't know, he's just cool. The aliens, they were fun. They're fun to make the sounds. They're cool looking. They're tall, pretty scary. I didn't feel like there were too like scary of villains. I don't really know where to put these guys. Like they were okay. Definitely didn't rival the squid in my opinion. They didn't really have that much going for them. They were neat looking. We didn't get to see the space battle with the aliens, and for that reason I'm gonna put them in D tier. If we could see some action with them, I would have liked it. The rock, paper, scissors thing is a neat touch. That was kind of funny, but they didn't come up with it. It was green, so subtitles, green things were cool. But yeah, D tier. I just wanted to have something in D tier so I wouldn't have to like put a tertiary in there or something that's unspeakable. Finally, the last one, ball. I think this is referring to, I'm not sure, but I think we agreed to have this as all the variations of the ball. So the ball, the coconut, the basketball, all those iterations, just all the cool things that gets thrown at the bands. These, I'd say, are an S tier. Specifically, if we're talking about the ball, maybe not the best, like, it's never that character. He was like a security guard in the debate. Kind of funny with sunglasses. That's a picture we have represented here. But, like, it's the antagonistic force that keeps the series moving. It's what made the original so funny. It's just like the slapstick, the comedy, the pins get knocked over, they freak out. It's the ball. You know how it is. It's just good. Maybe not, like, the most vocal character, or really a character in general, but, you know, it's good. We got lots of cool things we threw at the pins over over the course of the series. The basketball, lots of big things. The exercise ball, I know we chucked at him. A boot, the bird. We haven't been doing a whole lot of those recently. And speaking of birds, that brings me to my final point. I disagree with this tier list because it does not have Birdman. The other guy set this up, and I think Birdman should be a character because he was a cameo in the 30-minute compilation video in like 4 times. I think he should definitely be a character. I can't really like add him as a character, but you're just gonna have to pretend. Maybe in post we can put him in. I'd say he is a C tier character. He's pretty nice. He doesn't really do a whole lot. It was just me as I was a little bit younger. I'm making these little gestures so that in post we can add in the little Birdman thing here somewhere on the screen. And yeah, I just think that this is gonna be my final tier list. S tier, we got green, duck, ball. A tier, blue, and the squid. B tier, we got orange and purple. C tier, we got red and yellow. D tier, we got the aliens. F tier, we got indigo and chartreuse? No, magenta. Oh, no, he's lost his status. I forgot his name. Oh, and then finally in Z minus tier, you know what? This guy, I feel kind of bad. He has a cool voice, but like, I can't remember the names for the life of me. They all belong in the Z minus tier, the lowest tier I could potentially think of. And yeah, that is my finished tier list for the characters. I probably have been rambling on for a lot too long about these. So now it is time for me to move on to the episodes. Okay, here is a list of all the videos that we have posted. So, Silly Sixpin Mayhem, one of the first videos on our channel. This one, insane. I think it has like 700,000 views. It's crazy. Let's be honest. If you've watched the video yourself, it's not that good compared to our other ones. Like it's got the iconic, the classic, the lines. It's got the original setup for all the characters. It was very important to the overall story, and it's why we've been able to make so many of these, because that one got so popular. It's definitely far and away the most popular 66-spin video we've ever posted. And for that reason, I think it has to go on S tier. It got so many views. It's crazy. And it's just so important to the setup of the rest of the Silly Sixpin cinematic story here. So then, the Rogue Pin. It was a pretty good sequel. I thought it was pretty good. The lighting, well, we got better at making videos and just in general. But the lighting was a little weird because we used like a lamp and it just made some weird glare on the pins. It made them look shiny, made them look bright. We mainly relied on natural light for a lot of these videos, but it just didn't really work a whole lot in that one. Not a huge deal. In my opinion, the Rogue Pin should have been Birdman. That's what I think, and B for Birdman, you know? Birdman's not on the last one. You know what? Birdman. There you go. And any of these ones that feature Birdman are automatically going to go in B, I think, just no matter what. So there you go. There's a bird in this one. Birdman was a cameo. Okay, next up, Silly Sixpin Entrapment. Yeah, I really like that one. The contraption was like really cool, honestly. The Rube Goldberg kind of machine. Yeah, like the cool like montage of like going through it and Green getting sent through it. That was kind of funny. They have the weird thing where like they pop in and out of existence, and Green has this weird thing about like cottage cheese. I think it's in this one. Kind of weird. Yellow has a speech in it. It does play the American national anthem during it, so that's a point for something, I guess. But it's a speech for Yellow, which is just painful to listen to, and it was painful for me to record, so I don't really want to put it too low. So I think I'm gonna put it in C tier. I would have put it in B tier, but it's, that's reserved for Birdman. So maybe what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make this a B/C tier. So this is like a middle ground. I don't really want to make a new one, so this is just B and C. We'll see what the other ones turn out. They're not. I don't think there's anything gonna be too low on the scale here. We're gonna save S tier for the best videos though. So next up, the reveal. This one I'm torn on because you know how I feel about the Tertiaries. I don't like them. They're bad. It's a cool follow-up to the Entrapment. We used the same trap again. That was set up for so long, like a month or so, just because we had to film it for the 2 separate videos. But, it had a pretty compelling story with the music, at least made it sad. It was weird knowing that they were all, like, related and, like, in numerical age order. That was a little weird in my opinion. I don't like the Tertiaries. That's, I don't want to put an F tier, D tier. Sorry. D for do not like Tertiaries. That's a good. How do you spell this without the Y? There you go. Do not like tertiaries. That's D for do not like tertiaries. Okay, we're quickly running out of space here, so we're just gonna add D up there as well. Hang on, I'm gonna that's purple for do not like tertiaries. Can we move that? That's the bottom of the list now. Bottom of the list. Okay, the 30-minute compilation video, that was our 1,000 subscriber special. That was cool. That was nice. I'm gonna have to put it in the B category for Birdman because Birdman was in it like quite a bit. It was nice to see. We did a little like recap of all of our videos as that point, and Green did a little voiceover, or I as Green.
You know, I did a little talking.
But yeah, it was fun to, you know, just talk about all of our other videos as in the persona of the Green Pin. Next up, we have Pirate Trailer. This one had some cool music. It had a cool setup for the pirate videos, so I kind of liked it. It was good, yeah. I think, give me a minute. I need those tiers. I should be adding to, wait again. Okay, you're back. So now we got a new and improved tier list. We have our, you know, a bigger spectrum to work with now that we have our special categories. The Pirate Trailer was, pretty good, actually, I think. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I think that'd be a B tier. Pirate, was this Pirate Mayhem? The first one? Yeah. This one was a little bit wonky. Story about it, the footage got deleted during the editing process, so we had to film a lot of it over again, and it just took a lot of our time away from the project. We were rushed. We said in the trailer that we were going to release this before, I think it was during December 2019 or 2018? 2018. We were going to release it 2018, and we ended up doing it like midnight, or almost midnight on December 31st. It was just a rush job, I think. Not as good as it could have been, but still pretty good. I like the map. We got like the Lord of the Rings music. The problem is the Tertiaries did make their official reappearance, so they're going in the do not like tertiaries category. Okay, The Journey. Awesome video. One of the best. That's gotta be, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to put it in S tier. It's gotta be S tier. This one just fantastic. I'd say this is where we started getting really good at making silly six-pin videos. This is where we started pumping in a lot of time and energy into it. Unfortunately, the views didn't really correlate with that, but you know, who cares about that? But you know, it was really fun to watch the journey of them as the characters, you know, grow and establish themselves in the world. The cool map, or like the Indiana Jones style, like the map moving along while they're going. The island hopping was a little bit strange in my opinion. Like it seemed a little unnecessary. We need to like fill up the map. We drew the map beforehand. You know how it is. The squid was a hassle to do, but it was really cool. I liked it. There was a birdling cameo, so that's pretty cool. I kind of want to put him in Birdman as well. You can just pretend that there's something with birds in this one, so it could be in Birdman. It also could go in the tertiary category because the tertiaries were in it indeed, but we're not gonna do that because it was just so good that we're not gonna worry about that. They weren't in it for all that long, and they got hit by a ship. So that was actually great. It was a great video because the tertiaries got nailed by a ship and probably got shipwrecked. So way to go video. Good job. Silly six-pin pirate treasure, the first one. This was the April Fool's joke. So it was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was like a sad music, very sad. Yeah, it was good. I would say C tier. It wasn't like anything spectacular necessarily. Why is this D tier? This should be bumped up a bit. Hang on. I think that was because I did some setting changes. Anyhow, this guy, Treasure, it was good. Didn't really have much going on for it. It was fun to see the flatten the pins and stuff, and like the sad music and all that, but not that great. Or not anything like spectacular. It was just April Fool's joke, so funny. Silly six-pin pirate treasure. This gotta be S tier again. One of the finest videos we have produced. This one took the second longest behind the space one, which I'll get to. But this one, so much went into this. To make the cardboard, like, maze thing, and we got, like, blocks out from, like, when we were kids, like, little tiny cardboard block kind of things that we used to make the setting. It was pretty cool. The map, the glow in the dark, all the cool stuff, that was awesome. I like that. The squid, the traps, it took a whole lot of work, but it turned out fantastic. It really speaks for itself. I like the treasure. It had duck. The part with the squid breaking through the wall and like the T-Rex roar, that was good. I like that. That was cool. The squid chasing them. I like they went back to the maze. One of the scenes in the maze where Green gets trapped in like the animal trap, where it's like flung upside down. I like how it's like dynamic and moving, even though we didn't have to like mess with like fishing line or anything you'd see to make it move. It's a whole thing. Anyhow, S tier, one of the best videos we've produced on this channel. Took a long time, really liked it. Moving on, Silly Sixpin elections announcement video. Yeah, D tier. It's not just bad or anything, it's just not really that much of a video. It's just an announcement for the elections. One thing, I did get to use my announcing voice, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are going to announce the Silly Sixpin elections. That was fun. I got to use my announcer voice, but it's not that much of a video. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna do these next couple pretty fast because they're short and just little campaign videos. Okay, Purple, his campaign was the best of the best. His campaign was fake, and it had a tertiary in it, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm gonna put him in the tertiaries category for do not like tertiaries. Blue, his campaign promise, or his campaign slogan was please, and, you know, I think it's kind of pathetic, and, you know, I like that. See? Green, make America green again. That was fantastic. I like that. That was a cool one. Maybe not. I'm gonna put him in B tier. He had a funny plant. Wait, no, I'm gonna bump up to A tier because he fed the ducks and like on location duck feeding. That's pretty good. Vote yellow. No, that's an F tier. I'm sorry. We had a whole like 2 minutes straight of yellow talking. I didn't like to do it. No one probably liked to listen to it. It was just bad. Orange. Vote orange. I liked his. He's kind of a nerd. I put him in C tier. He had like the dictionary. It's kind of funny. He's like listing off smart words kind of thing. And then he'd like the math at the end, which is kind of like, not really my thing. Okay, red. That one's a B tier. That one's a good one. It was just fun to see like all the poking fun of the other characters. But yeah, he did a good job. Next up is the primary poll and the recap video. That was a good video. I'm gonna put it in the D tier again, unfortunately. It's just another like announcement video. I did appreciate the recaps of the election campaign slogans they had in there. This one, it was better, I feel, than this one, the election announcement video. It's just kind of the same thing, and the thumbnail, I'm not crazy about. That's something else to bring up with other guy. And their election was allegedly rigged by a couple of my friends. I don't know how legitimate that is, but we're gonna ignore that. Okay, the debate video. That is an A tier if I've ever seen one. I'm tempted to put that in S tier, but I think that's a discredit to S tier. You know what? I'm sorry. I keep on seeing this original Silly Sixpin. It was crazy that it got that many views. I'm making an official change here. A tier. It was a good video. It's nice that it got a bunch of views, but the video quality itself, the thumbnail, I don't know if you can see this, but it's not even centered. It's definitely not centered. Look at this. Not centered in the slightest. So it's great that it got a bunch of views, and that's why it's so high, I think. Set up the characters iconic, but it's not that great. It doesn't belong in S tier. Okay, what I was saying is the debate video, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. It belongs in the S tier. It's really good. I liked all the moving parts, all the little like questions. It was really great to get a feedback from people. A lot of those we knew, but it was nice to get feedback from them anyway. Fun mispronouncing the names and stuff, and I really liked how Orange had like the sheaf of paper he was like holding, and like we had it moving and holding it up, and that was really cool. The band pile, that was fun. S tier, not as high production quality, but it didn't take nearly as long to make, and it was like probably more fun to make, to be honest, because we were just making fun of like politics and junk, or politics and stuff. The Silly Sixpin video game, S tier. I'm sorry, other guy, that's an F tier. I don't think I even finished watching that video. It was pretty boring. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna listen to this, I'm assuming. But I'm sorry, it was boring. The games themselves, he didn't have a lot to work with the games, but it's just, well, like 10 minutes of him playing boring Hasbro branded games. Like I think he plays checkers for one of them. It's like, what? I don't want to watch someone play checkers. Anyhow, not the great of a video, not much going on for it. I guess it's kind of neat that Silly Sixpin got a video game, so cool. Okay, the Kappa Talk. What even, I don't even think I remember this one. He just talked about the changes that are potentially coming to the channel. I don't think any of those changes really came to fruition. But the fact that I don't remember it means it wasn't probably that good. You know, Green did win the election though, and since it's like an election quality video, I'm just gonna put it in D. It was, you know, good. And then Pirate Saga, that one is going in, where did I put the other one? I put it in Birdman tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier, I think. No, I'm gonna put it in, yeah, C tier. It just had all the pirate. It didn't really have that much extra bonus content like the 100,000 subscriber special. Well, that was a special event, I suppose. But it did have the ending thing where Green was the cop with the duck, and that was neat. It would set up the space one next. My only complaint, it would be higher, I feel, if this is my own fault really, but when I did the voice of Green in the end, to mask my voice and make it all mysterious, I cupped my hands instead of using a voice modulator or just making my voice deeper. I cupped my hands and did a voice, but it just didn't really sound all that natural. It sounded like this, and it just sounds muddy, and you can barely hear me or understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that good. But yeah, it's a decent video. It has all the pirates. It's cool. Okay, this one, Pins in Space. By far and away, the best video. That, I need to add another tier. I know I've been doing this a lot, but this, what's the letter like before S? Like, comes before S in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. It's R. Okay, thank you. I know my alphabet. I got the song locked in. Pink, because, you know, pink is great. And then R. I would do like S plus or something, but I think it's funnier just to like go with R, because it's like the letter before S. I mean, I guess S isn't before A, but, well, you know. Pins in Space, going in the R tier for best. I know it doesn't start with an R, but I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head that started with an R. Anyhow, this one, let me just talk about it. Best Silly Stick Pin video we've made. We spent a month. The month of June this year was just pretty much spent making that video. It took so long to get everything prepared, to get everything filmed. Editing was a nightmare, I know. I didn't do most of it. There's the other guy who did a lot of that. I found a lot of the music for this. I feel like the music in this one was the best part. I love the Star Wars open and crawl kind of thing. The music I found for that worked out perfectly, I feel. Just really good episode overall. It was basically like a movie. That's what I thought. I like the space helmets. Those look really cool. We had like ornaments that we ordered, and then we cut a hole through the top and we put the pins in there, and then that's how we could get it on and off and stuff. It's cool. I could keep on talking about that episode for a long time. I liked Duck was in it. One thing, the Tertiaries were not in it at all. So best one ever, and then no tertiaries. Perfect. No tertiaries. That's one of the reasons why it was the best one. Anyhow, I really liked all the music, all the timing of stuff. The aliens were cool, like the subtitles. The moon took a while to give that night sky with all the stars. Ordered a lot of star stickers for that. Just really solid one. R tier, best tier, S plus, R, S plus, whatever. Best one there we ever did. Finally, the 2020 election announcement for the primary. It's a good video. We got some. I'm gonna put it in D tier because I put all the election announcement kind of videos in D tier. D for democracy. Yay! There we go. Yeah, so D tier, we didn't actually finish. We filmed all of the campaign videos. We filmed those for 2020. We didn't do the editing or voices for those, and because of the other guy's foot got broken, and he went to college, and all sorts of things happened, and it just didn't work out. It's been a crazy year. What can we say? It's 2020. I think that's a good enough excuse for anyone. But yeah, we got a pretty good tier list here going on, and I've been rambling on for about 45 minutes, so I think that's a good time to call it a close. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys on Friday for the video where me and the other guy compare both of our tier lists. Mine's the better one. Bye-bye.